All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, we're going to talk about the fight for Undisputed between Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano. And man, let me tell you something. Jermell Charlo has definitely got my respect. Man, that man is an animal. Man, great fight from Castano, great fight from Charlo, definitely fight of the year. However, let me tell you for sure, you better put that man on that pound for pound list. And I ain't trying to hear nothing other than that. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. Man, this is a night that makes it worth it being a boxing fan. Absolutely great night of boxing on Showtime. All three fights ending up with an undisputed title fight that I did not have to pay pay-per-view for between Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano. Jermell Charlo is an absolute man. Iron Man Charlo is right. That name is 100% spot on. I have had respect for Jermell Charlo for a while, for Jermell Charlo for a while. If I said Jermell before that, please forgive me. Jermell Charlo before that, I most definitely have respect for him now. Before I get into talking about the fight, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are a regular subscriber and viewer of the videos, thank you again for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. Man, and when we do our live streams, and I can't wait for tomorrow morning's 8 a.m. live stream to talk about this fight with Jermell Charlo. All right, Jermell and Brian Castano were fighting for the undisputed title of the world at 154 pounds. Jermell held the IBF, the WBO, IBF, the WBA, and the WBC, and Brian Castano held the WBO. This was a rematch of their first fight and that ended up in a draw. Took place last year. They go to Carson, California and fight in what they call is the Punch Bowl. And let me tell you, man, that's exactly what they went about doing. Jermell Charlo knocks out Brian Castano. I do believe that it was in the 10th round, a 10th round knockout in a fight that was absolutely action-packed from beginning to end. First and foremost, I did a video at the weigh-in about Jermell Charlo where I was like, look, man, this dude came in at 152 pounds. Either he is overtrained or he is in the shape of his life. I said, hey, I'm going to look at it in a positive way, that he looked like, that he had really trained hard and made sure he came in and he knew he could really go. And that's exactly what he did, man. And Brian Castano also, dude, has got to have one of the hardest heads I've ever seen. Because he was taking punishing blow after punishing blow after punishing blow for 10 rounds. And only in the 10th round did he wind up getting hit with a nice short left hook on the inside. Knocks him down. He gets back up. Jermell Charlo hits him with a jab, then a straight right hand, and then an uppercut, and then a shot to the body. Nice 4-piece combination when the man was clearly hurt. After that, it was a wrap. Man, absolutely terrific fight out of Jermell Charlo. Man, look, what this guy has done in the 154-pound division over the last about 3 years, this man has got to be put in that top 10 pound for pound, got to be in the top 5. If he is not, I have no idea what you guys are looking at. That man beat all kind of styles of fighters. He beat Tony Harrison, who was a long, rangy fighter. He beat a undefeated Brian Castano, who is a come forward, rough, rugged fighter, right? Who has a heckified chin. He fought coming forward. He fought that almost that entire fight. He fought on the back foot, fought in the middle of the ring, fought off the ropes. What else does this man have to do in order to get the credit that he deserves for what he actually accomplished in the ring? clearing out that division, and it was a division that was packed when it first popped off. If you look at the amount of time that he's been in there and all of the people that had to go away, and for Jermell Charlo to wind up on top, you're talking about Landy Lara, you're talking about Jarrett Hurd, Julian J. Rock Williams, Jason Rosario, Brian Castano. Shoot, Brian Castano even had to knock off Patrick Teixeira. Everybody in that division, that 154 pounds, fought each other. It was nobody out. There's nobody hanging out there that had belts or were top contenders at the time that he stopped. That he started getting his title reign and losing to Tony Harrison, coming back and stopping Tony Harrison by knockout, going to unify the belt by knocking out Jason Rosario, then fights to a draw with Brian Castano, comes back and knocks out Brian Castano. Look, man, that there's something got to be put in this excuse me, pound for pound conversation that would that where you have to bring into the consideration a man's heart, because that dude has a ton of heart. It was a war, man. And that, honestly, man, that fight, I think that fight probably could have been fight of the year, man. So far, best fight of the year, most competitive, very, very competitive fight. Even though it was competitive, I think Jermell Charlo, look at my scorecards real quick. I had Jermell Charlo winning, most of the 5 rounds. And then Brian Castano might have came on like through the 6th, through the 8th. But then after that, or maybe the 5th and the 6th, maybe the 7th, but right around the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th, Jermell Charlo just started standing there, started throwing bombs with him. Man, you saw the adjustments that he made from one fight to the next. All of this stuff should be considered when you're talking about who the best fighters in the world are. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, look, dude, Terrence Crawford need to go ahead and stay there at 154 pounds. Need to stay at 147 pounds, man. You ain't beating that dude right there, man. Now, I say that because most people know that Terrence Crawford said that he's going to fight Errol Spence Jr., and then after he beats Errol Spence Jr., he wants to go up and fight Brian Castano, wants to go up and fight Jermell Charlo. Nah, man. That dude right there, Iron Man, you got to stay away from. That is a brutal fighter. And he showed things that he hadn't shown before. Became a high volume puncher. Man, that dude was letting his hands go, doing everything he had to do to ensure he overcame a very tough, a very game fighter. And to stop him like he stopped him, man, I'm telling you, that was not a one-punch knockout. That was a 10-round. That is the epitome of a 10-round knockout. Wearing on his body, breaking him down. Man was breaking him down to the body from the beginning of the fight. And then countering him off the ropes with those big shots. I was really impressed that Brian Castano could take that much punishment. But right around the 6th round, man, right around the 6th round, 7th round, or a little bit before that, they got into that exchange on the ropes, and you could tell, like right about there, Brian Castano stopped coming in there with so much. He stopped trying to come at Jermell Charlo like that, because he was getting hit with them big bombs coming off those ropes, and he slowed down, and Jermell was able to take the fight over with a jab and a straight right hand. And then when he stepped to him again, as soon as looked like Brian Castano tried to get a second win, jumped back up there and tried to push him again, and he was out of there, man. I'm telling you, man, this dude is Jermell Charlo is now he's been one of my favorite fighters, but I just got so much more respect for him after that. Congratulations to him on being an undisputed champion, and can't wait to talk to y'all tomorrow morning in the live stream about it. It's going to be a blast. Anyway, in the comment section, you let me know what you think about the fight. Leave that in the comment section. And with that, hit the like button on the way out. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.